Night Majik Media. Dave Adams, a.k.a. The Black Stig. Maddie Martin, a.k.a. The Ice Mountain Stig. She is 100% natural spring water. Pure quality. It doesn't have a sense. It doesn't have a sense. Sometimes they'll say something like, since 1952. This one doesn't have it on it.
Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now.
Yeah, so we are rocking out live today. It's a Tuesday, May 26th. Oh, it's right there. May 26th, yes. Don't want to do that. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, having a lot of fun today. Not really. Today's been actually a really weird day, so we'll get more into that here in a bit. Got some new drink to try out here. I got some Highland Park 12. I ordered this a little over a month and a half ago. And it finally got here today from sipwhiskey.com. I'm going to start putting up like a little sipwhiskey.com thing. Because they don't sponsor me, but I just want them to. Hey, if you guys work for Sip Whiskey or know someone who does, have them sponsor us. That'd be fantastic. And I got some weeded whiskey, because you don't normally get weeded whiskey. You can just say yes, we did. And Woodford Reserve weeded whiskey at that, so that should be fun to try. I haven't opened any of this yet. I'm going to open them for the first time here live, and we're going to try it. Hopefully I don't like gag, because that would be embarrassing. Anyway. Stop. Yeah, so Night Majik Media. David Adams, a.k.a. The Black Stig, alongside Maddie Martin, a.k.a. The Blueberry Chocolate Stig. She likes blueberry and chocolate in her milkshakes.
I do know.
No, she does. Don't listen to her. She's lying. She absolutely loves it. Matter of fact, oops. That's what she was just telling me. She's like, you know what I could really go for right now? That's my toe. She's like, you know what I could go for right now is a blueberry. Stop it! Oh my god, we got a sound bar and rear speakers so we can hear you better. Nice. And you're not listening through freaking crappy ass freaking TV speakers anymore.
If you break these, I'm gonna be really mad.
Stop freaking using your toes like fingers. With your finger toes.
They're my fingers.
Your
fingerling
foes.
potatoes.
Those are my foes.
No, fingerling potatoes.
Potatoes. I am actually most excited to try out this Highland Park. So wait, let me do the reveal again. Look at that. It says something here. Do you want to read that since it's a Scotch? And you can read it in Scotch.
No.
Like an egg. No. Okay. Join our inner circle to gain access to exclusive Highland Park content and be the first to hear about what's happening at the distillery and new product releases. Sign up at highlandparkwhiskey.com/inner circle. You know, Inner Circle is the name of the band that sings the Bad Boys. What you gonna do? Yeah, Inner Circle. This is a 12-year-old Viking Honor with a U. Way too many letters. Viking Honor
That's
is...
a long name.
Yeah. It's probably 12 years old. Viking Honor is the heart and soul of Highland Park. It reflects the unique culture of our remote island home on Orkney? Mm-hmm. Orkney. Part of Scotland, yes, but originally belonged to a vast Viking kingdom.
Yes.
We'd like to share our story with you.
Orkney considers itself kind of independent.
Oh, well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Here at Highland Park, we honor with a U the spirit of our Viking ancestors, also with a U for some odd reason. No, it doesn't. We show their pride, integrity, and fierce independence, and that's why we continue to distill our award-winning whiskey, all caps, to the same exact standards, all caps, introduced in 1798 by our founder, Magnus Eunson? E-U-N-S-O-N? E-U-N-S-O-N? I'm going to say Eunson. A direct descendant of the early Viking settlers.
We got Orkney as part of our bridal dowry.
Nice. The result is an intensely balanced single malt Scotch whiskey, a perfect harmony of aromatic smoky peat and the flavors with a U of sweet heather, honey, and rich fruit cake. Smooth, full, and rounded. It's a whiskey that truly stands apart. The Orkney single malt with Viking soul. There's even more text. I'm a reflection of my ancestors and their values. I keep them close and continue to learn to pass on those values to future generations. My name is all I truly have. Let it be a legacy of honor. With a U. So yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm excited. With all that drama, watch it taste like ass. It's got a pretty bottle. That's ornate, is it not? That's really ornate.
Ornate or not?
Ornate or so. I mean, ornate, you know, or Mike. It's or Mike. Mike, Nate. So I've noticed that some of these higher end scotches, they have a cork, right? Yeah, but they also at the very tip have just enough of these little angled bits of glass to where after you press down, you turn and it seals again. And some of the less expensive bottles don't have it, but when you start getting to this price range, they do. This one wasn't as bad. So I found this because of Flaver had a special edition Highland Park 12 for them, and they wanted $300 a bottle. So I was like, I will put that on my back burner if I can find it on Sip Whiskey, and I found it on Sip Whiskey for $65. So I got it. That was a little over a month ago, like I said. Sip Whiskey has a bit of a lead time. I don't know what their lead time is. What their lead time is like outside of COVID.
Please no. Please move that in way further. Thank you.
But I tell you, while COVID's going on, it's about a 5 to 8 week lead time. I'm gonna sip it.
You didn't try it neat.
I am trying it neat.
Oh, why did you put the water back?
I almost did, and I was like, I haven't tried it neat.
You're trying it neat?
Yes, it smells a little smoky.
Burnt?
Not burnt, but no, Old Particular smells burnt. This is a little smoky. Spicy.
Fucking drink it.
I'm getting the notes.
Fuck off.
Pass me a note.
Dave does wines. Fucking drink it. You're not getting the note if you keep sniffing it.
Oh, that's smoky.
Like the message.
Oh, that's real smoky. So it's not as so it's smoky.
Okay, I'm gonna say this because you've not looked at the comments this whole time. Mom said put ghost pepper in it.
No, I can't do that. That ghost pepper sauce I tried yesterday. That was ridiculous. It'll be fun, moderated throughout a vat of something. But as far as just having that by itself, that's that like just like on like a French fry. That's not happening. What's your dad saying there?
In 1468, Orkney and Shetland were pledged by Christian I for payment of the dowry of his daughter Margaret, and as the money was never paid, the connection with Scotland has been perpetual.
Oh, nice. That's interesting.
When you're married, you used to give someone a country or a bit of land or
hey,
whatever, like,
you know, if you got it, flaunt it, man. And especially if you can flaunt it and be like, yeah. Keep it. So, yes, smoky. Brian, since you'll understand where I'm coming from, this is not as smoky as Old Particular, but it still has a bit of smokiness to it. So, it's definitely... I'm glad because at the price, you definitely don't want to be just drinking it all the time.
But then put water in it.
But then it does... So, it's a nice slow drink. For me, anyway. Some people might be able to just...
Not put water in it.
I'm going to.
But then that might change.
It's not going to change.
It might change.
Old Particular doesn't change.
Why would this be something the same as something called Old in Particular? I'm just saying.
So yes, the smokiness definitely slows me down drinking it. But it's still very good. Has a nice flavor ring to it.
Flavor ring or flavor ring?
Flavor ring, like a ring of flavor.
A ring of flavor.
Yeah, like a fruit roll-up. See, I never taste like when they say you're supposed to taste like vanilla and berries and stuff. I never taste those. I do taste the woodenness, so I can taste the barrel it was in. I can taste the smokiness that they infused into it. But like that's all I get.
It's such a weird thing to want to taste.
I definitely don't get any vanilla notes or anything. I get the spiciness. I get the spiciness. And definitely the smokiness, and that's it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. 8 out of 10 would buy again. Oh no. He's all done. So, it's a little sweet maybe on the aftertaste. Definitely not on the way down. It's not dry. But it's not as sweet as, like, I find the Glenlivet 12 to be pretty sweet. But that's me. I like rye whiskeys. So, the Glenlivet's a little on the sweet side for me. But, yeah, so it's not that. You would probably like this a lot because it's very smooth.
He just put water in it.
Yeah.
Kratos.
So we just found out that our dog Kratos.
Oh yeah, he's awake. He moved his eye and that was it.
We found out our dog Kratos has a series of allergies. I want to share with you guys here.
A series of unfortunate events.
I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to move this over. Should we show them the name corrected one, or should I show them what they sent back to me?
Why are you showing them? Why not you just saying?
Huh?
Why not just read it out? Why show even at all?
Because we're alive. We have a screen, a display. We have the capability of sharing our screen.
We could share something else entirely and make the entire experience more funny.
Okay, what could we share?
Pictures of clowns.
Ew, no one.
Every ingredient, different clown.
No one likes clowns.
No, I meant of Kratos.
Oh. No one likes clowns. We can show pictures of puppies.
Nah.
We can show, we can bring up pictures of what he's allergic to.
Yeah.
Alright, so, here's what I'll do. I'll open this up on this window then.
Doesn't matter, just like.
So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What we have going on currently is Kratos is our Pitbull Great Dane mix. Good kid. Let's see if we can pull up a picture of him without ruining the internet. Do I have Kratos in my database? Yes, I do. Old pictures of Kratos. Sure. So this is Kratos. Back when I first got him.
Which is like ages ago.
2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Excuse me? No.
I got him I got him after I moved into the Sunbless house.
Was it after you moved?
Yeah. because I got him December 12th, 2016? I did not get him in 2014.
4 years ago.
Oh, 4 years ago. I was about to say, I did not get him in 2014. So, yeah. This picture's about 4 years old now. He's a good kid. This is a lot skinnier Kratos. This was probably 79, 80-pound Kratos, and he's about 90 pounds now.
That's about 95 pounds.
And, yeah, exactly. And so he's a good kid, but he's got a lot of allergies, and it's been causing some upsettedness with his body. Particularly speaking, his eye has been, like, swelling and some discoloration. So we were, like, curious about it. Maddie knew pretty much straight away that it was allergies. So after much back and forth, I finally got him allergy tested. And, yeah. So that's cool. That's good to go. So let's take a look at what Kratos is allergic to, what his allergies are. So basically, they break this down into 3 categories. They have strong intolerance, mild intolerance, and no reaction. So the way it tests is you send a sample of their saliva in to them, and they panel test it. So they take it through a number of things. I don't know how the panel testing actually works, personally. I've heard of them testing it with blood cells, because if they get enough blood, they can test how the white blood cells react to certain things in certain tests, but I don't know if the same thing...
Saliva has the same
Is it the same thing that perpetuates in your saliva? Okay. So they can test it like that then. Thing number one. Thing number one, and probably one of the things that he's been eating the most, is beef.
I wouldn't say it's the thing he's ate the most.
He's eaten a lot of beef since I've gotten him, rather, I should say.
Nothing like one of the other ingredients on this list.
So beef is up there. He's and this is in the strong reaction. So first we're going to read off the strong reactions. Sorry, let me clarify that by saying we are reading off the strong reactions first.
Also, it doesn't matter which is which, because we're going to treat them all like they're
Oh, absolutely. But just going down the list, reading off the strong reactions. And then number 2 is chicken.
So chicken is the thing he has eaten the most of since you've gotten him. His food has been based in chicken. His treats have been based in chicken. You've given him more chicken than you've given him beef, because you've had more chicken than you've had beef.
I've had a lot of beef, but yeah, chicken is great. He's even gone as far as like jumping up on the counter and eating raw chicken. Chicken, yeah. Great kid. This happens when you have a big dog. Corn, number 3, which is just, we now have a new thing in our household where no dogs get corn at all.
Yeah, because 3 out of 5 of our dogs have corn allergies. It's likely that the other 2 have corn allergies.
Exactly. And one of them is not a corgi.
I have a corn allergy.
Yeah.
We're down with corn in this house. Which is a shame, because roasted sweet corn, or corn nuts, or corn chip, they're all great, but not for any of our bodies.
I'm good with corn.
I don't even know.
I just want to clarify that.
I don't even know if that's true, because you fart all the time. It's kind of
I
hard to
fart
tell.
constantly.
I know, so it's kind of hard to tell what the fuck's wrong with you.
That's how I communicate.
Anyway.
That's the only way I can breathe.
Mackerel.
Mackerel is number 4.
Which he's never had in his entire fucking life.
I'm pretty sure he's never had mackerel.
Never had mackerel.
Even before I got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck's feeding their dog mackerel.
People with mackerel.
I guess. I like mackerel.
Number 5 is a rabbit.
Which he hadn't had until very recently, which is so frustrating.
Yeah. We just kept pumping those things into him. So far down our list, we've got beef, chicken, corn, mackerel, and rabbit. Which, if you're keeping score, yes, this is predominantly what you're finding in dog food. Turkey. Another big ingredient in dog food. So we have beef, chicken, corn, mackerel, rabbit, and turkey. That's his strong. Those are his strong.
Not gonna keep going back and forth.
Reactions. I am. So how else do you think we're gonna fill up an hour and a half?
Not by this. Brewer's rice is not the same as brewer's yeast, and brewer's yeast is something that's in a lot of dog foods. Brewers' rice is in a lot of grain dog foods, but we don't even feed our dogs grain.
Yeah, we don't do grain dog foods. So, yeah, brewer's rice we're starting the mild intolerance now. But again, keep in mind we are treating them all like strong intolerances. However, this is what starts the mild intolerance is, number 1, brewer's rice. And then that number 2, buffalo bison. So
which are different. Buffalo bison are different.
Buffalo and bison are different.
But so you have to put them both in for can't have.
Yes.
But yeah, they put them in the same thing.
2 different ingredients.
And I love how it's not particularly common in dogs yet. 2 of my dogs. 2 of them.
An allergy to buffalo bison is not particularly common in dogs, but they still can develop an allergic reaction to this protein.
Yep.
So that's when, and what happens is, and we'll get more onto it later, you get into like the having to have supplements because they start missing a lot of the key ingredients. They're allergic to like certain things about them, whether it be an enzyme in the food or a protein or a sugar. They're allergic to the amount of that's in that particular food. However, there are still healthy things like in this case omega-3s or vitamin Bs and all those things. So you need to supplement those items if you remove those ingredients out of their food.
Buffalo and bison aren't different to Kratos. You can't have either. I know. But
hey, Kelly.
we thought, so the sad thing about this whole thing is that Bogle really loves those buffalo chews where he can roll on them because they smell nasty and he likes to smell nasty. It's a whole thing. But then we found out that Bogle can't have them, so we're like, okay, we'll give them the Kratos and Merlin. Now we found out that Kratos can't have them,
So it's just
so
Merlin.
guess who's getting buffalo?
It's just Merlin. We haven't allergy tested Merlin
No,
yet.
not yet.
Are we?
Not yet. We might as fucking well. I mean, he shows symptoms of mild allergies.
So,
Maybe that was... And I just thought of this, parents... Allergies can cause excess amounts of anxiety and hyperactivity. That is a symptom of allergies.
that's how they can manifest in a dog.
It can cause them to be extra antsy because their body's constantly in upset. So, probably worth a look.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to move this up so I don't spit on my microphone.
Fucking celery.
So yes, number 3 is celery. And what made me laugh about reading celery is, well, 1, it's fucking celery. 2, Kaya loves it. Kaya can eat.
She's going to be allergic to celery. She's going to be so sad.
You buy those big bushels of celery and she would
just fucking
she would sit down and eat all of it. All of it. She loves celery. I can't stand the taste of it. It's nothing more than a transportation device for ranch.
He ain't gonna miss celery. Kaya would miss celery.
Kaya's
a psycho.
Kaya would absolutely.
We'll go into Kaya, I don't know, after we're done with this, about her recent fuckscapades.
Yes. Number 4 is chickpea.
Most common thing in grain-free food is chickpea.
Isn't there a dirty joke where you say like something about
Something about chickpeaing.
Yeah, chickpea on my face or something like that.
I don't fucking know. It's nasty.
Like, what's the difference between a chickpea and what's the joke?
I don't know.
Oh, what's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? And then you say, like, what? Yeah, no. What's the? No, that's. I hate that.
I've never had a garbanzo bean on my face.
Yes, I've never had a garbanzo bean on my face. That's the joke. So yes, what's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo
That's terrible.
bean? It's a great joke.
Anyway, chickpea.
Chickpea is, like you said, a lot of grain-free things have, most grain-free meals have that, and you said it's a protein supplement, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I would actually argue pretty much every grain-free recipe has chickpea in it.
Has a chickpea in it. Number 5, corn syrup, which is fine.
Goes with
Dogs
corn.
Dogs don't get that, although the spacing on that period is bugging me.
Yeah, they also called your dog David, so.
That's true. It's like they had to type this like manually. Like someone actually instead of copying and paste. No, actually what that is someone copied and pasted this from someone who originally put the period 2 spaces out.
Yep.
Cottonseed oil.
Common fat. Can't have it.
Duck. Number 7 is duck.
Now, Bogle can have duck. He can have the duck, but not the chicken. And Kratos can have the neither.
And he can't have any birds.
Nope, he cannot have any birds.
He can't have any waterfowl or land.
But he's a pit bull.
Can he have pheasant? I don't know if that tests
But he
for
can't have
pheasant.
rabbit either. I mean, pit bulls were bred for like mousing and that kind of crap, but he can't even eat the things that pit bulls were bred for. Great Danes are carriage dogs.
That's why they're so big. He can't have duck egg, which, I mean, in this house is not really a threat.
I love duck eggs. I fucking love duck eggs.
Have we given any of our kids duck eggs?
No, because they don't deserve
Exactly.
it. Because I can't get that many duck eggs.
Exactly. You can't buy like a dozen duck eggs.
Green-lipped mussel, which is such a great protein, and they use it in the ZB Peak stuff.
Yep. Can't have that.
Wait. Stop. Oh, yeah. Talking about the supplement. I thought they were trying to say these breeds of dogs are more likely going to be allergic to it.
Oh.
That's not it. Yeah.
And then green peas. Mormon can't have those.
That's it.
Oh, Bogle can have green pea?
Yeah, Bogle's basically protein problems, whereas Marmo's mainly grain problems. But everyone can't have corn.
And Kratos is just like all over
Everything.
the map.
But we haven't gotten to the fuckiest one yet.
Rice bran
Keep going.
is number 11. Rice bran is the meal that comes comes with rice, right? So like the grain that's usually.
Yes.
And then shellfish.
And I just gave him some shellfish the other day, so I'm fucking.
Him and my mom both have a shellfish allergy. So shrimp, crab, clam, oysters, and scallops.
He just got shrimp yesterday.
Yep.
He also got rabbit yesterday, so, you know.
Whatever. Just kill our dog.
We only found out today. We should clarify.
Yes, this is true. And then tobacco.
Tobacco.
You can't feed your dog tobacco.
No, but what I realize is that if we're ever out with him and someone's smoking, we'll probably have to give him a pill.
Like a Benadryl or something,
Yeah.
Corticosteroid injections. Jesus. And then number 14 is tuna.
Yeah, we just decided no fish.
Yeah.
We just decided, like, he technically doesn't test for salmon. Like, salmon's fine, but
Yeah.
I'm just not going to give that dog fish.
Salmon was fine. There were some other fish that were fine.
Yeah, but we're just going to say
like
no.
halibut was
We're
fine.
just going to say no fish. Because Bogle doesn't like fish, Marmo can't have salmon, and Cray can't have the rest of them.
Yeah,
So
just
no fish.
The rest of them.
The rest of the fish.
All the other fish.
All the other fish.
Number 15 is white rice.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
That's it.
of all the things to be allergic to, white rice.
Pork and potatoes is all this dog can have.
Pretty much.
So today we fed him spaghetti, eggs, and broccoli.
But isn't that pretty much what you fed Mocha?
Pork and potatoes.
Pork and potatoes?
Oh, yeah.
Because her allergies were so...
Yep. But we didn't even... Well, we did an allergy test her, and she was allergic to a whole bunch of things, like feathers and shit. Like.
Oh, yeah. And so there are 95 items that our dog didn't react to.
Which is good, but still, you know, there's a lot of things that he did react to.
Yeah, so he's fine with grass. He's fine with oat.
Which Mormo isn't.
He's fine with all the potatoes, pinto beans,
Mormo
peanuts.
still has the most allergies because he's allergic to different materials, grasses, trees, and fleas and mites.
Yeah.
So Mormo has the most allergies.
Yes, and this didn't test for fleas, I don't believe.
It did.
It did test for... Yeah, it does. So it tests for feathers, fleas.
This is very close. Like, there's a couple of differences. This is very close to the blood test that Mormo did.
Okay.
They test for very similar things, which is why I thought it was pretty on it.
What is propylene glycol? I know propylene glycol is... Isn't that antifreeze?
I don't know.
And butyl ether? Can I select that by itself?
You could use, oh no, you're on a Mac. Never mind.
What?
Well, I'm learning all about accessibility, and there are many Microsoft applications that you can use that help you take that text out of where it is and make it accessible.
Oh, yeah. OCR. Propylene glycol and butyl ether
It doesn't mix well with water.
is a colorless liquid.
It's used for heavy-duty cleaning, and it's a solvent.
Okay, so yeah, basically if you clean with that, don't have your dog. But you probably shouldn't have your dog around
You shouldn't
something.
have your dog around chemicals. You also shouldn't have your dog around tobacco. Didn't think that was something that we were going to
That
talk
you
about.
have to like explain.
Yeah, that used to really piss me off. There's many people that smoke in the horse community,
Mm-hmm.
and people smoking near my horse would drive me up the wall.
How far up the wall?
If there wasn't a wall near, not very, but
Oh well.
there's a wall near.
We're gonna break
Quite
into
far.
the Kentucky
Fried
weeded
chicken,
whiskey.
Foghorn, leghorn.
This is the Kentucky straight weeded whiskey because we don't have those gay whiskeys around here. Straight whiskeys only.
That was pretty gay.
Yeah. That's how you have to do that. I mean, I still messed up, but not as much as I would have if I just went bloom. I'm gonna... Smells pretty good.
Morma Wallace, you doing a snoofle?
Yeah, that smells pretty good. I probably will not get the notes. And there's really not, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like a heritage behind their weeded whiskey. This is a little bit stronger than the Scotch by about 2%. This is since 1812. So not quite as long, but almost.
Oh, and the worst thing is Craig can't have his birthday cake.
Ooh. Oh.
Because it's rice. But our good people at Lazy Labs have a grain-free formula that's almond flour.
Oh, that's cool.
And so when it's Bogle's birthday on the 15th of next month, Craig's birthday is in 2 days.
Yeah, we just don't.
He turns 12 on the 28th.
There's not enough time. That guy said he had 8 more cakes to deliver when he dropped off ours.
Yeah, they say on their website they generally need like a week, but there's certain months in the year, basically when puppies are born, that they need like 2 weeks. I usually give them a minimum of 2 weeks, sometimes close to
Like
a
a
month.
month, yeah. You gave him almost a month with Cray.
I give them, I pretty much try and give them a month because I know as well with like the farmer's market and all of this other stuff.
Yeah.
But Bogle's on the 15th and then Marm's isn't until July 2nd.
That's strong. That's got some bite to it. Usually weeded whiskey is a lot smoother than rye whiskey, but Woodford Reserve is a strong whiskey anyway. So I'm pretty sure that's why this has a little bit more bite to it. Speaking of the farmer's market, the gentleman who dropped off the cake was saying that they had the farmer's market last Saturday, or this past Saturday.
Yeah.
And even though there weren't supposed to be dogs, people brought dogs anyway, and they just let them in.
Yeah. Well, you
just...
can't stop them. It's a wide open space.
Yeah, so they were just like, whatever. All right, come on in.
Oh, and then the thing with Kratos as well is that now we have to make him food.
Yes, so...
There's not a single dog food brand that caters to him. There's not a single fresh brand that caters to him. It's just, yeah. So we're gonna have to cook for him. So we so David
It's
and
rough.
I
It's
would
sharp.
like to tell you, we have a 12-year-old child Because we're basically going to have to feed a human child for the next
while.
So,
and
yeah.
yes, it's not strong. It's only 90 proof.
We didn't get the baby bundle of joy. We didn't have to not use birth control. We just have a 12-year-old pit bull mix that eats enough for a 9-year-old.
Yeah, approximately. Yeah,
Like 9-year-old.
$7 a day almost.
Well, pretty much, yeah, between $6 and $7 a day.
Almost $7 a day.
Every day.
We'll try to find deals if we can, but right now
we
$6.50 seems to be about the best we can do.
And we also need to supplement his teeth too. Now that we're giving him soft food.
But he likes. That's one thing. He does like his chews.
Yeah, but we do need to focus more on the dentisticky type guys.
We'll have to find something that doesn't have any bad ingredients.
Or like chicken flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
And you had to send back his supplements.
I had to send back his Dasquin because they have
that's bone supplements for those who aren't aware.
Vegetable oil.
Which we're not sure what that vegetable is.
Well, for him, it can't be cottonseed. It can't be corn. So
there's a lot it can't be. But what's crazy is on the vegetable side, there wasn't too much he couldn't have. There was corn, cottonseed,
celery,
and celery.
Yeah.
He can have pretty much everything else.
Well,
anything that a dog can have.
I was gonna say.
Anything that a dog can have. And yes, Brian, it's not that it's not strong. It's just really rough around the edges. It's a drier, rougher finish. Especially neat. The water does help, and it does improve the flavor. However, and it's just after going from the Scotch, that Scotch is amazingly smooth, and then going from that to an American hard whiskey, it's like, oh, okay, that's different. So yeah, the Scotch is a lot smoother. That wheated whiskey that kicks you in the throat. It hates you. It wants you to die. Kaya's barking.
I don't care.
I figured. But, so, yeah, the allergy panel came back. We actually got that this morning. Mm-hmm. And we actually I almost postponed the show until next week because of it. Because we were still, like, I was cooking the eggs, Maddie was preparing the pasta and the broccoli.
You napped forever, and then when you finally got up, I was like, we're going to Walmart.
I did nap forever. Well, I napped, and then I went downstairs to take care of the kids. And then you were like...
We're going to Walmart.
You were like, we're going to Walmart. And I was like, okay. I nap every Tuesday before the show.
I know.
So that shouldn't have been a surprise. I know, David.
I just spent all day analyzing what the fuck your dog's going to eat.
And I spent all day napping.
And spent all day napping.
All day. I didn't work.
On a Tuesday.
I didn't work. I just went straight to naps.
Your daughter, by the way.
I just want to say that whenever she's acting like this, she's my daughter. Whenever she's a sweet angel princess.
She's still your fucking daughter. This bitch.
Like the actual literal definition of a bitch.
Bitch. So, Bogle doesn't like fish. He just doesn't like it. So we're like, okay, Bogle, we'll get you the rabbit formula of this food.
I knew she was going to do that.
Get out of my life!
She said, okay, Bogle, and freaking Google was like, okay.
Go away! Don't show me rabbit food, you fucking weird fucking... Get out of here. So, we get Bogle their food, and it arrives when I'm at the house in a box. It's like a normal...
A box and a bag.
It's like a normal-ass bag of dog food.
Yeah, but the bag is in a box.
In an Amazon box.
Yeah.
And this bitch rips open the box and the bag and snarfs herself on fucking...
Well, can we mention that she doesn't have enough bite strength to get through my skin, but... She can rip through the bag, the box, and then through a bag, which I don't know if you ever tried to tear open a bag of dog food.
It's very hard.
That's difficult, which means she was at it for a hot minute.
And then she snarfed, and then she's like, ooh, I don't feel so good. And then she fucking was a bitch all night.
She drank like a gallon of water straight down.
And I knew that she shouldn't do it. You're like, maybe she's thirsty.
I thought maybe she was
okay.
thirsty because of the amount
I know, but I knew, and you put that seed of doubt in my head. So she gets upstairs after drinking her full gallon of water, gets to the back of her crate, and goes all over the fucking place.
And you knew it was bad because normally when dogs throw up from drinking too much water, it's literally just water that comes up.
No, water and food. This bitch couldn't digest everything in her fat little pot belly. So then she was upset all night. We put her in our bedroom because we're like, this bitch is whack. We're up.
We got no sleep.
Every hour, every half hour, this fucking bitch. So it finally gets to 8 in the morning. I'm like, she's going outside. I do not care. She's going outside. I need a nap. I take her outside. I get up with the boys. She has pooped and peed and thrown up all over that deck.
Yeah, the patio was covered in filth.
So then I tried giving her water every 10 minutes. Didn't work. She threw up. Started giving her water every hour, and she was fine as shit.
And you had to limit the amount of bleps she would have.
She got 10 seconds of bleps.
Because otherwise she'd go crazy and would throw up again. She's doing a big bark.
And today, we had taken a piece of driftwood out of the axolotls area because they didn't need it there.
Yeah.
And this bitch climbed on top of a box to drag this piece of driftwood down to chew at it.
Yeah, it's her toy now.
This fucking bitch.
That's a really expensive dog chew, by the way.
I know. Well, can't put it back in the
thing. Can't go back
it's
in
hers.
now.
I mean, it's not hers, so I'm going to throw it out, but like...
it might as well be hers now.
No, it's not safe.
Is it not safe?
I wouldn't say so.
It's just wood.
Wood's not safe.
Oh.
Wood causes splinters in your intestines and causes you to bleed out of your anus.
I mean, who hasn't bled out of their anus?
Me.
At least once.
Me.
Like just a nice,
Marmo.
steady stream.
No. So, I just decided we were dealing with enough, so she's in her crate. Fuck this bitch. She's gonna bark the whole time now.
She really is into this barking thing like tonight. I don't know how well the microphones are picking up her barking because we do kind of have these doubts.
Sounds like that.
It probably can hear it, but it's probably very faint. I want to see the levels and see if it picks her up.
Shut up then.
Did it move?
No, it didn't move.
So it's not picking it up.
What?
Which is fine. That's fine. That means I have the microphones dialed in perfectly. Well, having the microphones dialed in perfectly means you can hear us well and not hear stuff that's not going on inside here. But yeah, so she is eating driftwood, eating a lot of dog food that's not hers, which she may have, like you said, you mentioned she may have a rabbit allergy because she had such even though she did eat a lot, her reaction was very violent to it.
It was.
And then she had issues with her nappy for a while.
Sorry, it gets stuck in your head.
Yeah, she had issues with her nappy for a while.
Yes.
So maybe I think
the bitch shot herself. You ever just been with such a drunk bitch that just overeats and then throws up everywhere?
Kaya is
the constantly drunk bitch at the party.
Kaya is a drunk Mildred.
She's not.
On the other end of the bar,
she's
drinking whiskey.
She's not the old lady. She's the lady in her 40s that still thinks she can party like she's in her 20s.
And she has to be to work tomorrow.
She's not an old lady.
She has to be to work tomorrow.
Old ladies have way more decency.
I don't know, man. My grandmother wouldn't get drunk out in town. My grandmother would get drunk at home, and then it would take
messy.
It would take me and like my cousin to help her get to bed, because she had a typical a typical 1920s New York house, which has an attic, a second floor, a first floor, and a basement. And to get to the second floor from the main floor, obviously, you have we had 2 flights of stairs, and it'd be like every 3 steps, like, whoa,
Man.
1, 2, 3, oh,
Wow.
come on, Grandma. She loved rum and Coke, and or rum and Pepsi, because she was a Pepsi person.
Okay.
And
I like Pepsi.
yeah, Pepsi's fine. She would drink rum and Pepsi a lot, and she would drink that to the point of decent intoxication.
Right.
Which, coupled with her diet and her tobacco addiction, probably...
She's the reason Kratos is so...
Yes,
No.
probably didn't help her live very much beyond... She died the day before her 80th birthday. It was, She did. She passed on the day before her 80th birthday. It was very sad. But... she would always... She's the one that taught me how to play 5,000. She taught me how to play spades. She taught me how to play 500, which is a derivative of 5,000.
No.
Just less score.
No.
A lower score. She taught me how to play Uno.
Dos.
She taught me how to play Scrabble. She was really good at Scrabble.
Cool.
She would come up with words, but obviously this was before smartphones, so you couldn't just be like, no. So you'd have to go get a dictionary.
Yeah.
So she was the reason why my mom, my sisters, and I, or my aunts, why whenever we play with, we called her Ama, which is which our colloquialism for Oma.
Which is what?
Oma, I believe, is grandmother, or something like that. Or Oma. Where did Oma come? Ama was from Oma, which was something about.
Old mother?
Yeah, something like that. And she was the reason why we had to play with a dictionary at the table. Because she'd come up with these words, we're like, that's not a word. And then we Google it, and we're like, or we look it up in the dictionary, Google it. We'd Google it in a dictionary. And we were like, oh, nope, she's right. Damn it.
Yep.
So...
Wow.
I wonder if now that certain words have been accepted into the Oxford Dictionary, do they count in Scrabble?
There's a Scrabble dictionary.
Like yeet.
There's a Scrabble dictionary. If it's not in the Scrabble... It doesn't matter if it's in the dictionary. If it's not in the Scrabble dictionary, you can't play it for Scrabble.
But isn't the Scrabble Dictionary an extension of the Oxford?
Anymore? I don't know.
And isn't the... Oma means granny. And...
Yeah, but from what? You can't... I want the connection.
Google it.
No.
You literally have access to the world's intelligence.
No, I'm mad at her.
At your phone because she activated.
Show me rabbit food.
When you said okay Bogle.
German, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Why German?
I don't know. She was Ama before I was old enough to have cognitive memories. To have formed memories. Why not?
Tiny mustaches? I don't know.
I like my tiny mustache. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna shave off the rest of my facial hair.
German heritage? That would be
there's German heritage, and it even splits. It has a branching path.
You guys have German heritage?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 3/4 German.
Cool. Explains a lot.
I do drive German cars.
You do. Might as well be. You're at least 2/3 German, according to her garage.
Yes. 2/3 German, 1/3 American. I thought you were American.
1/3 Dodge.
Yeah, so that was that. Yeah, she would drink a lot. So that I was saying that to say that she wasn't sloppy. Like she wasn't like cursing.
And I'm saying that Kaya is the sloppy drunk.
Wasn't Aunt Joyce? She was a math major. Gotcha. Pretty well versed about culture. I call BS about the German heritage. Yes, no. Wasn't Aunt Joyce our sloppy drinker, or was that Denise? Did Denise not drink? So I'm like running through some names here because I'm trying to think of like when I was a kid who would be drunk. I know Aunt Joyce would get drunk all the time whenever Amma got drunk.
Who's the sloppy bitch that fucking swears at people, is ready to fight, and throws up and shits everywhere? And peas.
That would be no, I don't know. Aunt Joyce. Who was hey mom, who was the polio? Who had polio and it caused...
Who was the polio?
She had polio and it caused her arm to get hung kind of like this. And Aunt Joyce was fun though, yeah. Aunt Joyce, rest her soul. This is what happens when you're in a black family. Everyone gets to about 78, 79. The sheet presser, Susie, that was her name.
Susie?
Sheet presser. She would get drunk, and she was a sheet presser. Think about it. You have wrinkled sheets. You put them on the bed. You use your body to remove the wrinkles. You're a prostitute. Just accept prostitute without money.
It just reminded me of someone literally that works at a laundromat or one of the...
You're so innocent. It's so cute. She ironed many sheets in her day.
That's what I mean. Like when you have to take it to the dry cleaning. Like,
wow.
Someone works at a dry cleaner, like where you take your fancy suits.
Your fancy suits and your fancy sheets. Your 800.
That's what I should do.
Your 800 thread count Egyptian cotton.
I should just start taking the dog stuff to one of those places. We should go to a laundromat so it's never our laundry machine.
Yeah, but you know how much it's going to cost you to wash dog stuff?
At a laundromat?
At a laundromat? And where's the nearest laundromat? Allisonville?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Allisonville in 96?
Put my little quarters in, run the dog
I've
stuff.
got like $30 in quarters. You can have them. They're
serious.
yours.
I don't know. We'd have to consider the cost because like our laundry machine breaking and you having to put so much stuff in it. Or taking the dog stuff to the laundry. I'm just saying.
It is a rather expensive washing machine, but it's not a commercial washing machine.
No, but the laundromat one might be.
Well, the laundromat one is going to be a commercial one.
That's what I'm saying. So we take the dog stuff to a commercial one.
And I guess we don't wash the dog stuff all that often.
We really don't, but when it needs washed, it fucks up our entire laundry system.
Yes, it does.
So we might as well.
It causes like backups in the drain tubes and the filters get all fucked up.
Like, don't have 5 dogs if you don't have an industrial laundry.
How about this for advice? Don't have 5 dogs. Yeah. Don't have 5 dogs. Life is a lot easier.
We're working our way through them.
We're just poisoning them one day at a time.
I mean,
one
we
allergen.
have been. We've been poisoning them this whole time.
But what's funny is
you and your tobacco habit.
Well, yeah, right.
Me and my cottonseed, like.
Well, what's crazy is most people probably don't realize they're poisoning their dogs because I would put a large sum of money that 99% of dog owners don't allergy test their dogs.
I would believe that too because. I mean, and even...
Probably 99 point something.
Though I really love our vet, she really is like, whatever about the allergy testing. She let me do Bormo's allergy testing because I was determined, like, my baby has never been this upset.
Right.
But she is all about, and I get it as well, she is all about, okay, how miserable are they?
Yep.
Because if they're a manageable amount of miserable, that's fine. It's
like Kratos. Kratos is a manageable amount of. He's in some days he's not even miserable. He's just Kratos.
I think he is. I think he's quietly miserable.
You're like Kratos. Your eye is fucked up, and he's like, huh? And it like one eye is facing over here, and the other eye is facing down that way.
He's clearly quietly miserable.
Yeah.
But there are some days he's more loudly miserable. But I would bet, especially with modern day breeding and everything else that's going on, I will absolutely bet that there's a large percentage of people's dogs that have allergies that if all they did that allergy test and then swap their food, dog would be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. But then you would have, I guarantee, I would again put a summacious amount of money that if more people panel tested their dogs, you would have a lot, especially the mixed breeds, you would have a lot more of these rescues that have the same amount of allergies as Kratos, and people would just be like, "Oh, that's interesting information." Trash.
People with mixed breeds tend not to care as much as
Well, but that's what I'm saying. But I get that. But what I'm saying more so is, even if it wasn't a mixed breed, if your average dog owner had what Kratos has, they're not going to sit there and be like, okay, well, now we have to cook for our dog. They're going to be like,
that's true.
They're going to find what are they least reactive to and just feed them that.
If more people were like me,
there'd be fewer dog owners.
There'd be fewer dog owners, and there would be a market for companies to produce supplements that actually were not bullshit.
Yeah.
And the cost of those supplements would be down.
I do wonder what it would take to make a feed that Kratos can eat.
And still be a part of the AAFCO's regulations. I don't know.
How expensive? I mean, obviously at first it would be super expensive because it would be small batch for this dog. But you know the number of Karens that would see 8 ingredients in a dog food and would be like, oh.
Maybe not 8, but something similar, and then just have the supplement powders put on it rather than using something else. That has it in it. Yeah, it'd be easy. It would be really easy. Most of this crap is fillers. I mean, people have the argument between grain food and non-grain food, but it's not that grains are necessarily bad. It's that, 1, they tend to have more allergies to them. But 2, that they're using the grains as fillers. Yeah. They're supplementing grains for the good stuff.
It's just filler.
Dogs are omnivores, but primarily the meat side of omnivore.
Yeah.
They're not chilling on some cabbage and being fine with that.
You don't chill on cabbage?
I don't.
You don't even like cabbage?
I don't even fucking like cabbage.
Fuck coleslaw.
Yeah. Fuck anything green, quite honestly. I don't like a green food. Can't name a green food that I like.
Broccoli's really good.
I don't like it.
I know you don't like broccoli. You like peas.
I don't like them.
You don't like peas?
I
eat a lot of them.
That's all I have left.
It's all I have left.
But not really. I'm not like, ooh, hell yeah, peas.
I like green beans. I can honestly say, hell yeah, green beans, especially that are prepared like edamame.
I hate green beans.
Where you snap peas when you open them.
Peas.
Oh, they're so good.
Hate them.
A little bit of salt.
Hate them. Mainly hate vegetables.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a vegetable that I like that I can eat.
But you know what's cool about you? You're an adult, so you realize that even though you hate them, they have to be consumed. Yeah. Otherwise, you will get scurvy and die.
Yeah.
You'll get the gout.
Yeah.
Ain't no one wants gout.
No.
Whereas
when in doubt, no gout.
Whereas I know grown men in their 50s, that will simply not eat vegetables. And you're like, you have to eat vegetables. I don't like them. They're nasty. I'm like, did you just say vegetables are nasty? You're 54 years old.
I mean,
you just said vegetables are. You literally, as a 54-year-old man,
vegetables
you just said
are nasty.
You said vegetables are nasty.
Vegetables are gross. Blech.
Fuck out of here.
Vegetables are nasty.
What's your freaking...
Do you know what we do have right now that all of our dogs can eat? And me? Strawberries.
Yes, we do have strawberries.
We
almost had raspberries, but I decided at the last minute to not get raspberries. We were like, you said, are you sure? And I was like,
and then I took the car away because it took too long. Now your card is gone.
That's what happens.
Scurvy rickets.
Yeah, you'll get scurvy, man.
Arf.
So, the,
Ow!
I touched you like that. Bump, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. So, stop barking! Don't bark. She's not gonna bark again now. Damn it. So.
Barf! She She's probably looking at a wall too.
And that's what's crazy when you when your dog has dementia, she just stares at the wall and barks.
And as an addition, she's starting to bite a lot more. So
yeah, she freaking went for me that time. She ate that lollipop stick, but that was me sticking my hand like literally in her mouth.
She's basically got in a fight every single day. And one morning, she just decided that I was going down, and I had to boop her on the nose with my phone to stop her from biting me.
Boop, and she goes, and she's like, Arr.
It was like
she's trying
to like get me, and I'm like, no.
She's so.
Yeah. I think she can see ghosts.
Probably can see ghosts, especially with her cataracts.
Like me, a ghost, and you, a specter.
She's something else.
Serious question: left Twix or right Twix?
Neither. I don't like Twix. I don't like Twix.
I
think Twix is gross. I've tried it. I've even tried it recently. I don't like the waferiness of it.
Dad, I don't know what to do now. It's been 7.5 years. I didn't know about the Twix thing.
You didn't know I didn't like Twix?
I didn't know about the Twix thing.
I don't like Twix.
I didn't know about the Twix thing.
I do not like Twix. You fed me those mint dark chocolate ones.
That's a Kit Kat.
That was a Kit Kat. I don't like. Oh yeah, no, I don't. Enough, and yeah, I don't like Twix.
Dump his ass. I don't know.
Bye.
I don't know what to do. He doesn't like a Kit Kat and he doesn't like Twix.
Load everything up you can in your van. Leave.
I can load a lot more in my van than you can in both of your cars combined.
I'm not leaving. This is my house.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed. It was a good run.
It was. We had a good stint. It was a good try. We gave it a good.
He also doesn't like board games, so.
Look.
Board games and Twixes.
I told that to you in confidence, and you went to your family immediately. Immediately went to your family like, guess what this nigga don't like?
I did.
Goddamn Negroes don't like fucking board games.
Reminds him of the old days.
Reminds him of the old days when Massa was playing board games and he had to go out and pick cotton.
He never had. Yeah. Board games, yep. Bunk beds for the dogs. I'm going to have to. I've only got 4, though. Hi, you get stuck with the one you have to hand feed.
I know, right? What was that? Did you just flip me off? The hell? How old are you? You're not 21.
25. I keep thinking I'm 26.
I keep thinking you're 26.
I know, because this year has gone so. It's been like 3 years. I don't know. We used to have game night when he was a kid.
I just don't like board games. And like you were asking me like what don't I like about I don't know. I don't they're
you don't like the length of them. You don't like being still for too long in one place.
They're stagnant.
They're really not.
It's like you're just
Blue's
sitting
not
there.
Stagnant.
You're just like
no, that's how you play.
It's so amazing.
Carice loves that. Well,
stop.
I'll date Carice, and you can date Steve.
I'm down with dating Steve. But if they split up,
you guys would have matching shirts.
If they split up, who gets the attractioneering profit share?
Ooh, let's not boil that egg on this show. We can have Kelly too. You just leave.
Okay, bye.
I got your sisters.
That's fine. You can move to Florida.
Pop!
That's where they all are.
You can move to Florida. They can move. No, they won't move here. They won't move here. That may work 50-50. Yeah, anyway.
No, they are in love.
There's a burrito game I want to get.
A burrito game.
Yeah, you throw burritos at people. I thought that might engage you a bit more.
I like burritos. Are they actual burritos?
No, they're squishy ones that you throw at people.
But do you eat the burritos?
You can't. They're squishies. They're that plastic shit that you squish.
Can we replace the plastic burritos with actual burritos?
That'd be really bad to throw at someone.
But they'd be delicious.
We can eat burritos while we play the game.
If we can eat burritos while we play the game, I'm in. And yes, you have that recorded on YouTube forever.
fucking rabbit formula. Fuck.
I am in if we could eat burritos. See, Uno is not a board game. Uno's a card game. I like card games.
Anyway, so Throw Burrito is a game created by the Exploding Kittens guy.
Is Connect 4 a board game?
What else is it?
I don't know. What is Connect 4?
Because here's my thing, and it's less shocking now that you've described what a board game is to me, because when you said I hate board games,
It is a board game.
every single game that ever came up made me think he hates that too. Like, I think of Uno, like, I categorize them as all, not just like games, as board games. Do you like Pictionary?
Do I like Pictionary?
Do you like Pictionary?
How honest do you
You know
want
what?
me to be?
No one fucking likes the games that I like anyway, so it's gonna be no fucking different. No one ever wants to play the games that I
like
play.
I like Exploding Kittens.
Yeah.
And I like Uno. Do I like Scrabble? I think I like Scrabble because there's something to it for me. Like, Scrabble is, there's a bit more that you have to not only have good words, you have to have a way to play those good words. And someone else playing a word or a letter across where your good word was going to go. Well, Mom doesn't play Scrabble because her mother, Amma, was so good that we couldn't get we couldn't get a word, literally, we couldn't get a word in edgewise. We couldn't get a word in edgewise, quite literally. Amma would have like 173 as her score.
Awesome.
Whereas we would have like 60.
So, throw burrito, you place a pair of burritos
She
on
was
the
so good.
table and draw cards. You keep your cards secret. You rack up points by finding three of a kind in the deck. If someone plays a burrito card, a battle ensues. I play now that she's gone.
That's so fucked up.
Steal points from your opponents by hitting them with squishy burritos. Declare war on friends. Some battles involve a handful of players. Others force the entire table to engage in a burrito war. Duel to determine the winner. So it's a card game where it's like match 3, but you throw things at people.
Can we eat burritos?
If you're going to ask me again, the answer is no.
Then we're not playing.
If you took the first answer...
All I care about is the burritos. Maddie, maybe charades or crimes against... I think she meant cards against humanity, not crimes against... Holy shit.
One of them's illegal and
Yeah, holy shit.
game.
Not crimes against humanity. Cards against humanity.
I asked him if he liked Pictionary, and he said, no, baby, you're moving your thing.
Oh, no. Shit. We will absolutely play Cards Against Humanity. We have Cards Against Humanity. Don't you have the extended deck?
Yeah, Katie got me them.
Yeah, that was really sweet. So we liked Cards Against Humanity. We liked... I liked Exploding Kittens. What was the other one?
Pups.
I liked that one game that we played. You and I played it together, like 18 rounds.
Cats?
We played Cats.
Stacking cats.
Yes, we played that for like an hour and a half.
We stacked a bunch of cats.
Because remember, it was funny because so here's what's funny, guys. With the Cats game, with this game Cats, we were supposed to. I said, let's play a couple of rounds and then we'll go to bed.
Yeah.
And we wound up playing for like 2.5 hours. Because we played that, and then we played Cards Against Humanity, and then we played...
We didn't play Cards Against Humanity.
We played Exploding Kittens. We played a card game. What card game did we play?
We have...
Do we have Punderdome?
We have Pops. It's not called Punderdome, it's the other one. It's another pun game. But we have Cards Against Humanity, we have Pops, we have Simon's Kitten, we have... Exploding Kitten with the Imploding Kitten expansion pack.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for card games.
Yeah, Uno is by far my
Yeah.
favorite of the games we have.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like if we play a game and so here's my truth. When we play games, I am literally playing because the majority rule is let's play a board game, and I'm like, all right, cool.
We know this now. Majority has been made aware.
So
council has been made aware.
yes, I'm like, all right, cool, let's play. Uno is by far the most tolerable because I actually enjoy Uno.
Okay, but
I enjoy Scrabble too.
But
doesn't your mom like Scrabble?
two things.
Two things.
One, you say that you play because majority rules, but then you don't actually play the game you fanny about.
Oh,
Two.
when we play Clue.
Two.
Fucking Clue.
Two.
I've won like one game of Clue and it was absolutely by mistake.
Because you fucking don't play the game. Two, when I go, okay, sweetheart, what game would you like to play? And she'll, that's your opportunity to be like, Uno, please. I really enjoy playing the Uno. But no, you're still like, I'm just here. I'm like, you could help. You could tell. We don't have to answer 100 couple questions.
I would pick the same 4 games.
You know what? That's okay because it's called a rotation.
I would pick the same 4 games.
That's okay. That
every
is
single
fine.
time. And like, do you guys want to play Scrabble? A board game I like. Trouble.
I love Trouble. We don't play Trouble enough. There we go, Mom. Trouble.
I like Trouble.
I like Trouble. I like Pop-O-Matic Trouble.
Because I don't
My
care.
My mom is sat at home singing the jingles for the Trouble song right now.
But it's fun getting into trouble.
No, Pop-O-Matic Trouble with her sister, brother. Mom, type out the whole thing. I don't remember it. It's been a while.
That one starts with like, I'll give you 4, a 6. Click-o-matic, Pop-O-Matic, something, trouble, blah, 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 blah.
Mom's Trouble has fun for someone.
Yeah.
Mom, do the whole thing, please.
Yay, Trouble. I tell you what board game I don't like. Life. Mousetrap.
Fucking hate Mousetrap.
Well, because it takes an hour and a half to set it up.
And then you, like, breathe on it and it falls apart again. I don't think I've ever played Mousetrap.
Have you ever played Kerplunk?
Yes, we have Kerplunk.
Kerplunk takes like an hour and a half to set up.
I
like Jenga.
Not if you're a pro. If you know how to set up Kerplunk. Not cheap Kerplunk. It has to be like actual brand name. Like the actual
Kerplunk. Brand name Kerplunk.
If you don't get Kerplunk, this brand name, you're asking for the shit to fall through. Like the holes are spaced out and just let the marbles fall through. I like Hungry Hungry Hippos and no one ever wants to play that.
Do we have Hungry Hungry?
No.
I like Hungry Hungry Hippos. That's fun.
I like that. Do you know what game I don't like?
But that's a dynamic game.
So's Clue if you play it properly.
Clue is not a
dynamic. You have to use your brain.
Clue is like I'm going to fall asleep while people figure out what the fuck is going on.
I love Clue when you actually want to be nice and play with people. When you actually want to be part of the game.
I won a game of Clue by mistake.
I know. Because you're a natural and yet you still want to act like it's boring. Do you know a game that I have PTSD about? Ants in my pants.
Literally never played that.
It's a game of a giant pair of plastic pants.
Hungry Hungry Hippos is a loud game. And you are absolutely correct.
You know those things that they're like plastic crickets, but you go ting and they like flip? Yeah. You get plastic ants and you pating them into the pants. That's the entire game. It's horrible.
You ever play Guess Who? Can you guess who? It's a mystery.
Yes, I played Guess Who. We don't have Guess Who, and I don't know if that was our jingle for it. We need to play. I mean, there's so many games, and you don't even want to come up with a game you want to play.
I want to play.
I have never played Life, and I would like to play Life.
Fuck
so
that
that
game.
So that I know.
Fuck the game of life.
Well, somewhat, but I want the experience. No one has ever given me the experience. I don't know what that anger is. Battleship's good.
Battleship only sucks because. What's the What is the board game with the little guns that shoot out little bearings and they have like the tops?
Thank you, Kelly. Yay! She did.
Nice. Board game with.
That's half of it. You've got trouble? Wait, don't run. This kind of trouble is lots of fun. Pop-O-Matic pops a dice. Pop a 6 and you dice. Raise your mana, run the track inside to try to send the others back.
So Crossfire is a game
Never played it.
when I was a kid, and maybe this is why I don't like board games, because I wanted Crossfire as a kid and I never got it. Crossfire is a game where you have
I was 3.
I
never got the weenie whistle.
You have
What's that from?
Fuck.
What's that from?
I forget now. Because I'm thinking about Crossfire. Crossfire.
Mystery date. I was 7.
Crossfire is a top. And you put in the center. And you shoot little ball bearings out.
You ever play Beyblade?
And you try to knock the little top into your opponent's goalpost.
Cool.
It's not really but that's a dynamic game.
BB guns in a board game.
It kinda.
We had Crossfire. That's Pop-O-Matic Trouble. The game is fun for dad and mother and sister. Troubles her mean old brother. That's the full thing. She used to sing that to me.
To go to sleep.
No, she used to sing other things.
It was a lullaby.
She used to sing other things to me go to sleep.
She'd cuddle you in her arms. And she'd
You're
be like,
too old for Beyblades, aren't you?
it's Britney, bitch. Yes.
I played Beyblades.
You know what I had as a kid was Pogs.
I had Pogs.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because they came back.
Ow, my eye.
I still have nightmares of Crossfire. You know what my dad and I used to do too? We had an RC track.
Slot cars? Yeah, I had slot cars. My grandma Beulah bought me... See, my grandma Beulah bought me a lot. My grandma Beulah bought me my first when I got into video editing. Mm-hmm. She's the one that bought me my laptop.
20 years ago, because now you had 20 years of experience.
Exactly. Yeah, right. 20 years. And she bought me my laptop, but she also bought me a lot of slot car stuff. Because she was like, you're in the cars here. Slot cars. So, yeah, my grandma Beulah bought me a lot of slot car stuff.
Cool.
And it was really interesting having like 4-row. Grandma Beulah, yes, absolutely.
Do you know what I had?
No.
Legos.
I had Legos.
I had uncles. So I had Legos.
I didn't have a lot of Legos, but I had Legos.
I had a lot of Legos.
I had a lot of Legos that didn't really go together.
I had a lot of Legos, and then I had all of the males around me building stuff, and me just sitting there.
We had, I never had an erector set, but I had, I had Legos, and I had,
you can get them from Wish.
Yeah, I know. Those are not the kind of erector sets you're talking about. That's a different erector set. That's an erection set. That's different. That is not the same thing. Legos. So I had like a book bag. I had a blue leather book bag full of Hot Wheels. But I had a JanSport full of Legos. And I would never build anything beyond like a tower.
No, I never built things with them. I just had Legos.
Cam loves Legos. Legos are fun if you like to build things. I know grown men.
The pump system with them.
Yes.
Seriously, we were on Wish, and some of the oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh
Wish is next level.
No, but right
Why
now,
do they even bother putting little sensor things on Wish? Because it's like
I wonder what this is.
It's literally an entire penis.
And then it's like a
little sticker on the tip of the penis, and then like on like a circle on each ball.
Sometimes just one circle.
Yeah, and it's like you could it's not censored at all.
Sometimes there's literally the material that makes up one of Marvel's spiky ball toys, and they've turned it into a condom.
Yes.
It's like, what the fuck?
Who wants a spiky condom? First of all, who wants a reusable condom? Not me. Because that sounds like a good way to get pregnant.
Yes, I had Hot Wheels.
I had Hot Wheels beyond Hot Wheels. So before
Wish is the worst, yeah.
When I was I remember as a teenager having a tub, a Rubbermaid tub. So I had my JanSport book bag full of Hot Wheels. Yeah. But then by the time I was 14, 15, I had a Rubbermaid full.
Yeah.
A lot like how I do now, except these were loose.
Yeah, I get that.
These were loose Hot Wheels, and my mom.
That's how COVID started.
Exactly. My mom would buy me the tracks with like the loops and shit. She would buy me the tracks to go with the Hot Wheels, but all I would do is my mom also bought me the big mats
Yeah.
The big, like the city.
Do you still want that?
What do you mean?
Well, we got you the Hot Wheels one, but at one point you wanted that green, the play mat.
Yeah, I love those.
With the cars.
Yeah, I love those. Those are cool. And then like I would always just freaking I still have Hot Wheels. Absolutely. I have more Hot Wheels than I have storage space for.
Your Hot Wheels probably matched my Polly Pockets.
Nice. So
And Barbie.
what was the boy version? I know what it is, but do you know the boy version of Polly Pocket?
Oh, it's like tiny something.
Mighty Max.
Mighty Max.
Yeah.
I wanted to say like mini something.
Mighty Max was the boy version of Polly Pocket. And it's so crazy because it's the exact same thing. A little tiny action figure, and you have a little clamshell.
Well,
but
Polly
because
Pocket
it was called Mighty Max.
Polly Pocket expanded. My Pollys, I had a couple of those, but I had mainly my Pollys were like yay big.
Yeah. Did you have the caboodle that had like it was like you fold it out and it's like a mansion or a house or something?
Yeah, I had proper Polly accessories, and then they changed that. Like Lego must have gotten the patent for them.
Okay.
Because Lego Friends is very clearly Polly Pocket, like very clearly Polly Pocket. I had Barbies, I had My Little Ponies, I had Bratz.
Yeah.
I had dolls from like TV shows that I liked.
Did Carice have Barbies? I don't remember Carice doing dolls.
I was very dolls. But not to like...
Carice was very electronic. Carice had like... She had like the microphone that you would... Like your microphone, but like whatever the 8-year-old version
Yes.
of a microphone that you sing into and it makes your voice sound louder.
Yes. Which I'm sure she needed.
Yeah, probably. Carice was not into dolls. Yeah, she wasn't really a doll.
I had everything. Let's be clear. Like I had.
She's a weirdo.
I had dolls. I didn't have dress up though. I fucking hate dress up. Don't touch me with dress up. Don't fucking touch me. Or makeup. Like no.
Yeah.
I had everything. I had like the spiral graphs drawing things.
Yeah.
I had
Carice
my own
Cafe, absolutely.
plasticky cafe set. I had all of the
Carice had
Barbies and shit.
I remember Carice had like the Easy Bake Oven, the stove.
I never had that.
She had the cooktop stove.
Like things that actually cooked?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
like
had
she
that.
had like the cooktop, but she also had like when she was really young, she had the fake cooking stuff, like the big like it was like 3 or 4 feet tall, and you like would cook on it. She had the cash register for Barbie, but like she would use that with her cooking thing. She always did like Carice Cafe, like even from like a very young age.
Makes sense.
And then once she got old enough to have like a Easy Bake Oven and cooktop stuff, she would have she had that for a while.
I had porcelain dolls.
No, thank you.
I did.
No, thank you.
I thought they were great.
She had Annabelle.
China dolls. I did. No, small, petite Victorian pretty ones. Like literally, like yay big.
And they come to life that tiny, but they have the strength of 8 men.
Maybe. I did. I had porcelain dolls. I had like the original Dance Dance Revolution mat that was like that thick.
Yeah. And Kelly, you could collect them. You just have to keep your son. Your problem is you don't keep your son away from anything.
I have cherished teddies.
So keep your son away from them, and you can have them.
I have cherished teddies. I have a whole thing in our basement of cherished teddies.
You ever play shuffleboard? And I'm only asking that because I see shuffleboard.
No. I've never played shuffleboard.
You ever play bingo?
Yeah. My gran used to play bingo.
What is it with old women and bingo? Like, is that like a thing that like once you hit like a certain age, bingo just becomes like super exciting to you?
Well, you don't have to move very much, yet you're kind of keeping active on reading. So
and then you get your bingo wings. Bingo!
Yes.
And your bingo wings. Yeah, mostly when I was a kid, if I didn't so I was a little on the spoiled side. I had like my Sega Genesis, I had a Nintendo, And then I got a Nintendo 64. I had a Sega Saturn. I had all kinds of Sega stuff. I was really big into video games. I was a huge gamer well into my 20s.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I was just like, okay, this is a waste of time. I still like collecting them.
Yeah, you do.
I have a Steam collection of like 150 some odd games, and I don't play any of them.
The weirdest collection to have, honestly.
I do have a physical collection of video games. Matter of fact, and I think I've mentioned this previously, some of the PlayStation games I have are worth a shit ton of money.
I wouldn't say I'm a gamer.
You have games that you play, but you're not a gamer.
No.
You don't go out of your way to play video games.
No.
That's a gamer.
No.
Your Dreamcast. I still have my Dreamcast. If your Dreamcast is over here, if your Dreamcast is over here.
He put his name on it in Sharpie. I don't know.
It was weird, yeah. I engraved it with my Dremel. It's very strange behavior to do. So yeah, you ever play those maze games where you have the ball?
Yes.
And you have to like.
It's called pinball.
No, pinball is.
Oh, the ones with the little holes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have to like either you try to align them to the hole or you try to move around the hole to get to the end of the maze.
Yes.
You ever play that water game?
Yes.
With the rings? Yes! Yes! I have never completed a game of that. I am 36 years old this year, and I have never, ever completed a game of those.
I've been in enough car rides.
Dude, when I was on car rides, I remember I played, I was like one of the first people I knew in my circle that had like 1.5 million points in that Windows XP pinball game.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Space Cadet is what it's called.
No, it's just called pinball.
No, it's called Space Cadet.
It's called pinball.
Space Cadet.
Pinball. If you type in pinball, it comes up.
Windows is what taught me how to play Hearts.
Cool. I didn't play any of the other. There was one Windows game that was like a bakery thing.
You ever play Burger Time?
Yeah, I played all those types of things.
Yeah. I learned how to play Spider Solitaire because of Windows and a lot of boredom.
Spider Solitaire is just solitaire with a spider on it, right?
It's a different way of playing playing solitaire.
Because it has a spider on it.
It deals in the way it deals in eight plays, and you have to stack your.
Oh, I just thought it's because it had a spider on it.
No, it's different.
But basically the same.
The same concept of going from ace to king. And then, but it's different.
I'm not good at card games.
I like card games.
But you know what?
What's that?
I'll still fucking play them.
That's because you're not good at something.
Yep.
There's a difference between not being good at something and not liking something. And there's a difference between not liking something and not being good at it. I'm pretty sure there are things that I'm good at that I don't like.
Yeah. Clue.
I'm good at Clue. I won
you
one
need
game.
To get a Clue.
I won. I won.
One game of Clue.
I'm gonna pull your titties off and feed them to the dogs.
I don't know if they can eat human.
They're allergic to it.
They didn't really test.
They don't really test for that because they just assume you're not gonna feed your dogs fucking human.
I mean, I've eaten chicken. Does that, mess with my protein?
Probably.
So, I probably wouldn't be a good person for Kratos to eat.
That's true.
Marks could eat me.
Good boy, Mama.
You want to eat mommy? He doesn't even move. He's like, I'm done with that.
Doesn't even fucking move. Night Magic Radio, ladies and gentlemen, David Adams, a.k.a. The Black Six. This day went by fast. And I love radio shows like that where it just goes by super quick. Always a good time. We will see you guys next Tuesday. Or as the song says, we will see you guys again. Once again, David Adams, a.k.a. The Black Stick. Matty Martin, a.k.a. The Ice Mountain Stick. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. This many. Don't say two. This many.
But all I hear is your voice. I know my limits.
can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions